So many of my friends' businesses have closed, and I made a post about this last year that we didn't want to be one of them. And our crowdfund that we raised last year was not enough. We needed 4 times what we actually raised, and we didn't get it. It was a tough market. And so my family pulled together cash. I borrowed money from some mentors. And that's what's gotten us to this point, you guys. We've been the most efficient with our capital that we've ever been in any year in business. We've lost the least amount of money for the amount of revenue that we had. We are truly operating way better than we ever have. But cash is tighter. It's hard to get inventory. Business is just harder to run. And funding is dried up. There's no other place to get the money. And so I never wanted to make a video like this, but I figure if CurlMix is important and if it deserves to be here and if our community wants it, our community will show up for it. I believe that. I really, really believe that. I love what we do and who we do it for and who we serve. And the only reason that I have not given up and I am still here is because you guys invested in me. You guys invested in CurlMix. You bought equity in our company. And I want to continue to show it for you. So I'm not giving up, okay? We're launching Protect Chromix, which is essentially our campaign where you spend $100 or you buy a Chromix bundle or Protect Chromix bundle or you donate. And if we get 20,000 orders in the next 60 days, we can stay alive and drive. Yes, we will have turned the business around and we should be self-sufficient after that. I just need help one last time. So that I continue to serve you and give you guys good products and not make things that are toxic for you. We have a high standard of quality in our ingredients, our products, and what we serve, what we give you. And I want to continue to do that for women like us, people like us. I think we deserve that. I want to continue to add jobs in the community. I want to keep jobs local. I want to make impact. And you guys can be a part of that. And thank you for everything you've done thus far. You're like, girl, I don't got it to give. That's okay. You show the campaign. I appreciate everything that you've done. Truly, truly, truly. Yeah, guys. Help us protect CurlMix. And thank you for everything you've done thus far. We couldn't be here without you. Our campaign has been super successful so far. I'm excited for a strong start. So I am here at the office to make sure we're doing what we need to do. Actually, guys, so lots of orders came in over the weekend. So I'm popping into the office to make sure we're getting everything out. Our team has pre-boxed items for our 10 for 10. So boxes are made, and then we got our honey shampoo over here. Already made. We got our pineapple gel, and we try to secure it so the top doesn't. Then we got our body butters, our mint conditioners, and I'm gonna look, and they've already started pre-packing. So we got our shampoos and conditioners. We got our honey gel, our mint liquid poo, honey shampoo, body butter, and mint conditioner, and pineapple serum. So all that the team is waiting on is cucumber seed oil to make the mint serum, and then we're gonna be shipping them out this week. Thank you for ordering. Protect Chromix. We're over 1,000.
First, I will say I wish her the best.
Yes.
In her endeavors. But it is sketch. It's giving major sketch vibes. I'm feeling sketch. I don't know, I have a high discernment. And I don't know, I really feel like I advocate and I speak out for my people. I look out for my people. And I don't want to see anybody get scammed. But she is definitely giving Dr. Umar Johnson vibes. Dr. Umar. And that
3 times.
That's school. His school vibes. And every time he's coming on asking for money is giving Pilgrim Prophet Baptist Church vibes, mega church vibes. I don't know, Niecy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I actually reshared this original video, right? Because I saw it and I was just like, oh, right? So I was like, let me just put it out there. I didn't make any comments or anything like that when I shared it to my story. I just put it out there. But I'm such a nerd. And I always want to know like the why behind stuff. So a lot of it, I was just trying to figure out, like I had so many questions after watching that video, like way too many questions. Mm-hmm. The biggest question was, how did she get here? And where did she come from? Because I'm not really familiar with the brand like that. So I went and did a little digging, and it is very concerning. And so I'm very invested in this story. I do wish her well. I hope she turns it around, but I don't think I want her to turn it around for the same reasons that other people want her to turn it around. I want her to turn it around because I want to see how long this lasts.
Yeah.
Like low key. I'm very curious to see how these 20,000 boxes at $100, which equals $2 million basically in revenue by December 31st. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see how that's going to make her business self-sufficient after all of the other attempts at crowdfunding and asking for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, You say you did your research. I kind of looked some things up too on this lady, and to see that she has millions of dollars from donations, crowdfunding, revenues. Something's not being managed right.
Like tens of millions of dollars.
Something isn't being managed right. And then when she came back on, what was it, day 5, and she said, "Oh, we hired."
Yeah, she was looking to hire new people, and I'm like,
well, no, not looking. She had already hired.
Really? I thought it was an ad to. I thought it was a put out, like if you knew somebody to come work with us.
Well, she did say that, but then she was looking for 2 new people. But then she came back and she said on the third one, "Hey, we found 2 people." It was the one before this one. Yes. I can't find that story.
It's on her actual page.
Okay.
So for people who may not be familiar with CurlMix, I did a little digging because I'm nosy and I just like to know why. Like, I will literally follow a thought down a rabbit hole, and I went down a very long rabbit hole with this one. So the brand came about in 2015 as a subscription box kind of business where she would ship materials or raw materials or whatever to people so that they can make their own hair products at home. So if you think about the time back then, it was like YouTube University was like really heavy, and the girls are trying to learn how to, whip up stuff for their hair in the kitchen basically. And so she would just buy the materials, ship them to you, charge you a fee, whatever, and that's how she did her business. Well, the landscape changed, and her subscription box kind of dried up, and then they thought, maybe let's just go ahead and make the products ourselves. And so they rebranded CurlMix in 2018 and launched it as an actual product line. By 2019, they hit Shark Tank. Oh, wait. So in that first year, between 2018 and 2019, they made like $400,000 in sales.
Oh, wow. That's really good.
Tell me about it.
That is excellent.
That's excellent. So then they hit up Shark Tank because they went on Shark Tank seeking an additional $400,000 for 10% equity in their company because they wanted to be able to make more products. So I don't know if they needed like equipment, a warehouse, whatever, all of the things. They just knew that they wanted to make more product, right? Mm-hmm. So they declined the Shark Tank offer. That was in March of 2019. And these dates are very important to me, just on how I just process stuff overall, right? Mm-hmm. So then after that, they declined the offer. They did a few news appearances and stuff like that. So a lot of people kind of bought into the brand after that because they got really good exposure on Shark Tank, where they made $900,000 in revenue the following month.
Wow. A month.
That's what the people said online. Now, check my sources if you want to. But this is all information that's online. So they made $900,000. And then you have to think about 2020 and what that was like, especially for Black-owned brands and businesses. Because you have literally the year later, we're into the George Floyd situation. COVID is happening. Black Lives Matter movement is a thing. A lot of your big box retailers are moving into, creating shelf space specifically for Black-owned women by BIPOC businesses, right? And so sis thought that it was a great idea, because this is also out of her mouth. At this time, she had acquired over 200,000 customers.
Wow.
But that 200,000, her retention rate was about 25%. And I thought that was kind of low. But apparently that's not that low if you're in the retail space, I guess. Mm-hmm. But 25% of 200,000 is like 50,000 customers. So she decides she was going to go ahead and put her company, her shelves, her business in Ulta. 460 plus stores.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of demand.
Do you think that was, she went over her head? Because, you still have to...
I think she went over her head because she was looking at numbers that was based on, one, her popularity at the time that she got this exposure, and two, the climate of everybody was seeking to support Black-owned businesses. And so I personally think that her numbers weren't really her genuine core base of customers. And to me, I don't feel like 50,000 customers is enough where I would be comfortable to stretch myself that thin and put it in stores on shelves next to other brands. Because all of the Black-owned businesses, all the natural hair products are on the same row.
Yeah.
So if that one of the 50,000 customers that I have, they go into Ulta because now it's more convenient to go to Ulta than it is to, shop my website. you get there, you may see another product that you want to try, and you probably walk out without even trying mine. And now you found something else that you love.
I think that it's
important. It's a huge risk.
It's a huge risk, but I think that it's important to know your target market. And if your target market is the Black audience, maybe you need to stay in front of them. Ulta is very diverse. Yeah. And you have a huge, diversity of multicultural people. So why not stay in the local beauty stores? Was that not good enough? Or just keep it online if it's,
My other question is why not nurture the relationship between the 150,000 customers that you just let go to the wayside? You could have spent more time on marketing dollars to maybe nurture an email marketing relationship with them or whatever. Figure out how to get them back.
Well, that goes to truthfulness. So, were they really there? Were these phantom people?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And so I did find.
We are now actually hiring more folks. We are going to need some help to get these orders out in a timely fashion. So we're hiring 2 people, preferably on the south side of Chicago, by November 17th. So if you know someone who wants to be a warehouse floater, who has experience shipping, packing, fulfilling bottles, labels, things like that for $20 an hour, go ahead and comment job below and send them this post. Yes, your order is already doing good. Already creating jobs in the community, and I am so grateful to you guys.
So this went back to the first question I had. One of the questions I had when I watched the very first video, when she says something about shipping times have been delayed, and then she turns around and say because we had to scale back from 40 to 14 employees, processing time hasn't been delayed. So is it really the shipping time that's delayed? Because the post office is working.
It is working. But she also said that they were waiting on cucumber seed oil or something, some type of.
Which it was another question that I had because, one, why not take inventory of what you already have and clear warehouse? Mm-hmm. Why would you spend money on products when you're already begging for money publicly that you have to make? Why even include that product in the box if you don't have it on hand already?
Even more so, like we said before, why don't you roll your sleeves up and let's see you out there on the assembly line?
There was no assembly line. Her showing the warehouse and people sitting in the conference room talking and nobody was doing anything was crazy to me. What was the point of that video? Every other video is her at her house.
It reeks skepticism, and I think that it's people like her that really kind of jeopardize the business of others that are genuinely doing business, genuinely putting together products, because you become skeptical about supporting Black owned when you see this type of behavior. I do. I don't know how I want to feel about,
But even in that, I just feel like I'm literally watching her in real time still make crazy financial decisions or business decisions when it comes to this, even with this campaign, which is another point. This could have been the cutest marketing campaign. This is such a huge missed opportunity. And it's one that my pride will not let me understand for at all. Mm-hmm. This could have been in-house with her sales team. It could have been a competition to see who could move the most boxes. This could have been something that she brought us along for the journey of so that we can cheer everybody on and support them in that way. This could have been such a cute campaign. But instead, it's giving, we got to raise money for Ray Ray to get him out of jail tomorrow.
Yeah, it's shiesty.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate because I really want to see her win. I do.
You know what?
But it's unfortunate.
Back to her being in Ulta, I think that on those shelves with everybody else's brand beside you, it kind of waters down, what you have to bring, what you have to give, what you have to offer. So her bottles, her packaging, everything looks nice. But when you have others that's right beside you, from Girlfriends.
Pattern.
And Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, and then you have Miel that's still in the and still in those kind of stores. Who else? There's a few of them.
But just, the packaging is nice.
Yeah.
Their packaging is nice.
It is.
But if you, go into maybe Target, Walmart, but the beauty stores, I feel like, you might have a better shot. Yeah.
Because my main purpose at that time would have been, how can I get these relationships back? That's a lot of customers to just forget about.
I really challenge the quality of the product. Is it working? Is it for low porosity? Is it for high porosity? is it a good product? Because I've tried so many products that are targeted towards natural hair.
Yeah.
They do absolutely nothing, and I end up probably throwing it away. But if it's a good product, I mean, you're gonna go back to it time and time again. I just went back old school myself. I'm like, I'm just gonna go with what I know and stick to it, because all these new products is just oversaturating the market. I don't know what to pick no more. And it's cute bottles. They're all cute.
It's very cute, and it's very niche. And what I also found interesting, because again, like I said, I went down a long rabbit hole. I also found interesting that because it's such a niche product, she went and found a niche within a niche and created a second brand called 4C Only. And like, what was the point of that? Like, why would you create a competing brand for the brand that you already have?
Yeah.
And
Because if you have that product that's for 4C hair, it must be equally as good for my hair.
it has to be.
If I have maybe a looser wave pattern, and if it's going to moisturize and get into the follicle and the cuticle of a 4C, it has to do the same. So yeah, I agree.
I don't understand that. That was crazy.
It's almost like an oxymoron, you know.
It is. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, in my humble opinion, and I have not yet scaled a business to the revenue level that she has scaled hers to, right? I have not generated that kind of revenue for my little product-based business. But hey, this is definitely something that is scary to me, to have to come out and make such a public statement and ask for funding again. Because this is not her first time asking for funding. This is probably like her fourth. And
she said this is the last time.
But how do we know that? Because I'm sure the last time was probably the last time. And the last time before that was the last time.
Well, we keep watching.
Okay. And so this is what I fear the most, is scaling myself out of business. And I think that is what happened here. I think she has scaled herself thin.
Well, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
She's going fast and hard. I don't know what she's doing, but I don't know
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
That's hello. And that is all.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul, because ma'am, I don't understand how these $2 million turn this around for you and then you become self-sufficient. I do not understand it. I don't get it. Yeah. And also, so that was it. So like in the original video, when she talked about the slow shipping times and the slow processing times, so I was thinking like, how is she going to push out 20,000 boxes if she's already having a hard time, processing the orders that she's getting organically? And then lo and behold, 5 days later, she come in and post a video about hiring for some warehouse floaters.
That is nuts.
Insane.
I think maybe instead of asking for donations and hand-me-outs and things, maybe she needs to learn some type of fiduciary responsibility. Go get yourself a SBA loan and maybe see how that works.
I'm curious to know how much of her own money did she ever put into this? Because also,
it doesn't seem like, I'm just an outsider looking in, but it doesn't seem like she put any of her own money into it.
Well, the husband, they said,
went on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
and won $100,000, and that was used as seed money to start the original subscription box business, and then they flipped.
Well, no, they said that it started off as a social.
Oh, they did an app. So it was trying to do like an
social
app for natural hair.
Oh, okay.
And then that didn't do well, and then they did this, the subscription box business, and then that started to die down, and then they did the let's actually sell products. And then the year later, they went on Shark Tank. And then you have all of the COVID money coming in.
Yeah.
And then you do another. Oh, then they had a private investor, the guy who was some kind of big up in LinkedIn. So that was another investor early on. Then they did their first crowdfund where they actually sold equity to some of their customers. And that raised money.
How does that work? I just see it as very overwhelming. You have 7,000 investors in your company. Where does your voice where do you come in at if you have that many investors?
I want to say that the investors, whatever the total amount of equity was, it only amounted to like maybe 10 to 20% of equity in her company. It wasn't a large that she sold. It probably amounted to like 10%.
Okay.
And then, so that was that one. And then she had the other crowdfund in 2021. And then the other one last year in 2024, where she says in that original video that they actually needed 4 times the amount. and then now we're here for another $2 million.
I don't know. Maybe would that be a problem why that you couldn't go to a lender because you have so many investors in your business? Because when you go to get funding, get lending, look for a lender. I'll say,
would they be considered like shareholders?
Yeah,
maybe
they ask about all those different questions.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a stopping block for her.
I don't know, but I don't know how many millions you need on top of the $22 million in revenue that she's generated thus far.
Yeah, well, something's happening to that money. We want to know.
I do have questions like, girl, what they be doing with this money?
Yeah, you keep
because for real, it's like,
I'm just curious what that profit and loss is looking like.
It's not like they're not in plastic bottles. Like, it's plastic bottles. It's not glass or like it's not uber luxury packaging.
No.
Like, even the boxes that she have on here is just a typical craft box. Like, it's not uber luxury packaging. I don't see any bowls, no tissue paper, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just going to come to your house.
And then you say you also read what people were saying, I just want my money back.
Yeah, one girl did comment on one video and was just like, I just want my money back. I don't know if she ever responded. I didn't go back to it. But I'm wondering if this person ordered something and just didn't receive her package yet or what. But it just doesn't seem like enough hands on the ground for me.
It's not enough hands on the ground.
No.
She's just too busy making these videos. I mean, I don't know.
I guess people are rooting for her. But then also too, this just gives like a false sense of like who her customer base really is then too, because now she's going to have more inflated sales that aren't going to be organic.
Yeah.
So then what do you do with that information?
Toss it in the retention pile.
Then it brings your retention down to 10%.
Yeah.
Because what?
I don't know it too, like, because look at when this came out. This comes out around holidays time where people are more generous and they're feeling sorry for you and they're more open to give, especially, let's just be honest.
Low key, yes, but it still gives tone deaf because you have people that are working for free right now.
Yeah.
And who are literally don't have a job.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that was my big thing, because it's always the people with the least to give that's trying to help somebody and support somebody else. So it's like, don't rip these people off. And that's what I see happening. And I absolutely,
that could have been another campaign for her. She could have gave some stuff away.
I absolutely hate that. Yeah.
She genuinely could have like, buy a box, I'll give a box.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Girl. So many missed opportunities. Like, I just wanted to say what was surprised. Like, who did she consult with before she made that first video? I want to know. And where is her husband? Because they're supposed to be joint owners of this business.
Tim and Kim.
Tim and Kim. Where is Tim? Tim, I need you to step to the front because we have questions.
This is like a to be continued.
It is. This is an ongoing saga that is going to go on until December 31st.
We have to come back with a follow-up video.
New Year's Eve, we coming back. New Year's Day.
Okay.
The day after, January 1st, we're going to come back with a follow-up video to this because I am very curious to see how this plays out. And we're rooting for you, girl.
All right, Kim.
Don't disappoint us. I don't want to see you asking for another $1 ever. Make this $2 million stretch.
$2 million?
Well, 20,000 boxes times $100 a box.
20,000 boxes. 20,000 boxes.
Self-sufficient. By December 31st.
Dr. Kim
Johnson. Oh God, that is unhinged.
To be continued. I think that's a good closeout.
That was a good closeout.